Hello, welcome. Super excited to share this information. I've been working on this training for the last few days, putting all of these goodies together for you, all of these secrets. Yes, there is a replay. So if you're watching this in replay land, I know that we have quite a few people that are overseas across the pond. So it's quite late over there. So if you're in replay land, it's just like you're here with us live and just saying hello to everybody out there. So welcome. Hi, everybody. Let's get right into it. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll? All right. So you should be looking at my screen. Just let me know if you can see everything. Can I get a yes in the chat if you can see full screen voice method there? Is that what you're seeing? Okay. Hope so. Hope so. My laptop's being wonky today. All right. Let me pull up. You hear me? Oh, that's a different chat. Okay, are we ready to go? Are we ready? I just want to make sure. Let me just double check something here. Pardon me. We're just going to go full desktop. There we go. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. All right. So welcome everybody to the voice method. You're here because you want to learn the secret sauce, our formula that we've used over, gosh, the last almost decade to create this social media movement. Okay, I'm just trying to get my, well, come on, my computer doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Let's try again. Yes, so you're going to discover how to predictively profit from social media marketing, okay? And let me just pull me, there we go. There we go, there we go. All right, you can see my face? All right, and this training is put together even if you've never even posted on social media before. So we're going to take you right from the very beginning. So even if you're a brand newbie, you have no results, you have no fan page, you have no followers, you have no audience, this voice method is going to help you. Now, if you've been on social media a while, then this is probably going to identify for you guys some mistakes that you've been making that have been like standing in the way, basically a roadblock that's been preventing you from having that breakthrough, okay? So let's get into this. Let's get going. Who's ready to rock and roll? If you guys know me, you know that I like participation and engagement, right? We are here in this together, and so in the comments, in the chat there, just respond to me. So let me know, say, I'm ready to take this in, because I'm about to share with you guys how to ethically steal our $30 million voice method that predictably produces six-figure campaigns from social media without having to be a salesperson, okay? Who can feel me on that? Without having to hire a giant team, without having to outsource and pay thousands and thousands of dollars, and without having to leave the comfort of your home. Yes, I am a homebody. I love the fact that I've been able to work from home, and I want to share with you guys the process, okay? So our goal here tonight, if you stay to the very end, is to give you the keys to the kingdom, okay? To give you the entire formula, to give you actionable steps that you can implement into your business right now, to get results in your social media, okay? Are you ready? You're ready. Okay, so here, why is this training going to be different from the ones that you've been on before? You know, you've been on a million webinars, right? Can you hear me? Yeah, been on a million webinars. So why is this different? Because typically what we're teaching you, what you're learning out there is putting the cart before the horse, okay? You're learning the strategies, you're learning the technical side. You're learning how to build a fan page. You're learning how to build an audience, but you're not learning how to communicate with them. You're not learning how to deliver your message to them. So here on the right, you can see we're going to give you the full functioning super machine, all right, so that you have all of the components in place, all of the pieces put together, rather than trying to piece everything together bit by bit. Sound good? Yes. So if you can't tell, my husband made this slide. Who the fuck are we and why the beep should you care? Okay, so Toby and I, we went from living in the basement of a bar. If you don't know us, if you haven't heard our story, like 9.5 years ago, Toby and I were living in the basement of a bar out of a hockey bag. I was a college dropout, and we were struggling with addictions, identity crisis, you name it. We were in a very dark place, and there wasn't a whole lot of options for two tattooed punks to be successful in life. For me, I had always been raised, you go to school, you get good grades, you go to university, and then you get a career, and that's how you become successful. Anybody else taught that same idea when you were growing up? So when I dropped out of university, when I was a dropout, I literally walked around with an F tattooed on my forehead. I just felt like a failure. I felt like there was no possible way for me to be successful in my life, until we found this amazing, and I say amazing because it doesn't even seem like it's a big enough word, this amazing digital opportunity. So the ability to create freedom from our laptop, from our smartphone, right? The ability to travel the world and raise our family, buy our home, all of these things that I didn't think was going to be possible for me because I hadn't followed through on that traditional model. Okay, so I'm here to show you that there is hope and you can step outside of the box. We made our first million before our 30s, which is pretty rad, right? We spoke on stages around the world in front of thousands and thousands of people, training regular folks just like you and I on how to live with more passion, how to become financially independent, financially free, that freedom lifestyle. And we've recently, we've personally done over $70,000 in income using the exact 3 steps that I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so I'm going to share with you 3 steps that you can implement now to start seeing results in your social media. Are you ready? Now, we've done a lot of things wrong. And in the last decade online, it has been a up and down roller coaster. We have made lots of mistakes. We have done things the hard way. I remember the days of spending 16 hours on our laptop trying to figure things out, trying to build websites, trying to hook it all together, trying to understand, why isn't this converting? Why isn't this working like the guru said it would? And this is what we've learned. And I really wanted to take the last decade of marketing on social media, take all these mistakes, take all these trials and errors, take all these lessons that we've learned and package it into a formula that can literally help anyone. Okay, so I don't care what company you're in or what business you're in or what kind of products you promote. This formula is the baseline. This is the baseline for success in anything on social media, okay? So, after doing this for 9 years, these are just a few of the things that we've been able to achieve. We were able to give our parents over $60,000 to help them in a situation. Now, who wouldn't love to take care of your parents, right? We all have parents, and it's a really good feeling to know that you can help them as their children. We've traveled to over 15 plus countries. We've paid for our Victorian home and in cash. And this is kind of interesting because when I was a college dropout, right, living in the basement of a bar, that idea of owning a home, getting a mortgage, or, you know, even my credit was terrible, right? I had ruined all my credit. I had been evicted from homes. I had, you know, terrible credit card history. Nobody was giving me a mortgage. But when you have cash, the banks listen a little bit more. So yeah, being able to buy this home was a really big victory for me, you know, thinking that it was something that I would never, ever, ever do. We made $110,000 in just 60 minutes. 60 minutes, 1 hour. That's a 1 hour. Really powerful when you can put all of these components together. And the most important, down at the bottom, we stayed home. We stayed home as full-time parents for the last 4 years with our children and have not missed a moment, have not missed a day, have not missed a step or a word or ever had to say goodbye in the morning because we were fully present. Building our digital businesses just a few hours a day from our phones and our laptops, being able to be here with our kids. And I don't know if you have kids or if you have older kids now, but one of the things that I always hear from people that we're working with that have older kids is how much they wish that they had this information when their children were younger, right? They feel like they missed out so much on their children's lives, on raising them, on them growing up because they were always working in that traditional model, okay? So, you know, how do you know that this works? Proof that this stuff works. Let me just move my head over there. Kat and Romeo, these are just a couple of the case studies that have implemented our strategies and now job-free for the last 5 years, living in Costa Rica. How nice is that? And then Crystal, who's actually a high school friend of mine. You know, how awesome is it that you don't have to be some internet marketing guru. She is a stay-at-home mom, and now she is producing a healthy 4-figure a month side income for her family and doing it all part-time, doing it all from her phone while she still gets to be home with her kids. So it's really powerful. So there's the hard way, and maybe you guys can relate with some of these methods that you've tried to build your business, buying leads, right? I remember we were on an auto dialer and we bought all these leads, and we were, you know, had this headset on, and it would call these leads of people who wanted to make money from home, supposedly. And it was probably the worst few days of my life. I think we only lasted a couple days on that. And then we're like, no, that is booty. There's got to be a better way, okay? Shooting hundreds and hundreds of videos, okay? So I've seen people out there, you know, they're taking action, they're creating all this content, they're creating the videos, but the formula is wrong, right? And it's not getting the results that they want. It's feeling like they're wasting their time. Let me just pull this up. Yes. Maisha says, I did that before. A cash tracking system made some money too. Yes, but was it easy or was it hard? It was hard. It is very hard. Facebook ads, okay? So if you've ever gotten to Facebook ads, you understand that it is a tricky process and can be really profitable if you do it the right way, which I'm going to show you guys tonight, or it can be a money pit. We don't want Facebook ads that are a money pit, okay? So I'm going to show you guys an easy way tonight. Cold messaging, 100 people a day, okay? So this, it's funny because this is actually how I started on social media, was just randomly spamming people's inboxes. And that is definitely a hard way. And it's especially a hard way if you don't have this voice method under wraps, if you don't understand how to speak to people, if you don't understand how to communicate to them without coming across as sleazy or salesy. Anybody ever get those inbox messages that are like a novel? You know, there's like 4 different links and, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing. And this is get in on the matrix quick and you could make tons of money and blah, 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 right? That is the hard way. And before you go making those mistakes, I want to save you from doing that, because first of all, you can ruin your brand completely and it's not effective. There are way more effective uses of your time. Joining endless groups to add new friends. So I like to call it like the cesspool. So you're in this cesspool and there's just all these marketers and networkers and they're adding each other, trying to sell to each other. And it just feels like, you know, like pointless. It's hopeless. And unless you understand your voice, your social voice, unless you understand how to go into these groups, you will just seem like part of the noise. You will seem like part of the spam, part of the problem, right? We don't want to be part of the problem. We want to stand out. We want to, you know, be noticed and recognized and not blend into the noise. So who wants to know the easy way? Put your hands up. Look at her. She's already on it. Christy raised her hand. Yes, me right here. Thank you. I love you, girl. So before I get into it, I'm going to be walking you guys through some really specific promotions and systems that we're using that are earning huge sales, big numbers right now. But my results, not typical. The average person who attends any training, the average person who, you know, will get this formula will do absolutely nothing with it. We'll get zero results. However, I am very happy to show you what's working for me. I'm very happy to show you what we are implementing to get results now. And this is not for the get-rich-quick people, the work-from-home biz-op seekers, or the amateurs, okay? So just a quick warning there. Now, I think I saw, did I see something in the chat? It's not popping up now. Oh, there we go. Yes, I went with the nude. Thank you. She likes my lipstick. Okay, so these are the 3 secrets we're going to cover tonight, and then we're going to get into the voice method. So before I give you the 3 secrets, I really want you guys to understand that this will work for any business. This will work for anyone out there. And the voice method, once you understand, we break down the voice, V-O-I-C-E, this will amplify all of these secrets and take them to the next level. Well, we're all in funky order here. Okay, so secret number 1, you're gonna learn how to instantly position yourself as an expert, and you're gonna earn more money per week than you can make per month on other platforms, even if you are brand new. Social media has been by far number 1, the most profitable marketing stream that we've used. You know, we've tried a lot of different things, blogging and solo ads and all of these different marketing strategies, but social media has been our bread and butter. So even if you're new, even if you're just getting started on social media, even if you're just dabbling, secret number 1 is really going to open your eyes. Secret number 2, how to ethically steal your competition's most profitable customers in just minutes for free. Sound good? Yeah. Yes, so understanding how to go into your competition and know what they're doing, know what's working for them, this is going to blow up your business. Secret number 3, how to accelerate your results with just $5 a day and capitalize on Facebook's internal social bias, okay? So getting into, like we talked about, Facebook ads can be really scary business, but if you could just commit to $5 a day, this strategy will work for you, okay? So let's break it down. Break it down. Before we dive into the 3 secrets, though, I want to share with you why most business owners crash and burn when it comes to social media, okay? So I just want you to really get your mind around some of these concepts. So this is the big mistake on social media. So I want you to think about your Facebook. Who here has Facebook? Does So yes, I have Facebook, okay? So most people have Facebook. I've met a few scattered people that don't have Facebook, but I think pretty much everybody's on Facebook. So when you're logging into Facebook, and say you log in the morning, I want you to think about this. Why do you go on social media? Why? Is it to buy stuff? No. Okay, I do not go on social media and say, oh, I wonder what so-and-so is selling. I wonder what deals there are. You know, if I want a deal, I'm going to go to my Flip app, you know, or I'm going to go to my coupon app. If I want to buy something, I'm going to go to my Wish app, right? If I feel like shopping, I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm not going to go to my Facebook to buy stuff. So your audience is the exact same way, right? They are not on Facebook to buy stuff. They're on social media because they're watching. They're being social, right, with their friends and family and people they know. They're clicking, they're liking, they're sharing stuff, but they are not there to buy. So we must frame our social media marketing inside of our social voice. You have to create this social voice for yourself so that you can be marketing without selling, okay? Selling without selling. So keep this in mind. We're going to shift your mindset from the search mentality. So this is how most people approach, this is how most businesses approach social media, is from that search mentality. People are looking for something. They're looking for the answers. Now, I very rarely even use the search button. So you see that search at the top, there's actually like a bar, but I very rarely ever use that search on my Facebook because I'm scrolling, I'm seeing what captures my attention. I am flicking through, right? We're flicking. There goes the thumb in action. We all know that familiar movement. And that is what you want to capture. That is what you want to tap into, is that natural pattern, that natural habit, brain pattern that we have on social media. So the punch in the face. So we want to shift our mindset on our social media from that search mentality to disrupt. Okay, disrupt. We want to be a disruption. We want to create that disruption mentality in our marketing. Does that make sense? So you want to be like the punch in the face, the sucker punch in the face. So when someone's scrolling, they're like, oh, there's a peacock. That really didn't capture my attention. Disruption marketing. So what's going to capture someone's attention? What's going to make them stop scrolling on their newsfeed? Ask yourself, is your post going to make people stop, or are they just going to keep going past it? All right. So let's get into the secrets. And then we're going to give you the voice method. We're going to give it all to you tonight. So secret number 1, instantly position yourself as an expert and earn more money per week than you can make in a month on other platforms, even if you're brand new. Do we have any newbies in the house? Never be ashamed of the fact that you're new. The fact that you're here means that you are investing in yourself. You are eager to learn. You are learning from those that have done it before, those that have understood social media and actually made it profitable for them. That's the best method forward, right? Is to plug in with someone that has the results that you want and duplicate what they're doing. Okay, so this kind of goes hand in hand. Don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, so if you are brand new, you want to really be aware and pay attention to what is working. What is working? That is like your infinite resource of knowledge right there. When you can understand what's working for other people, just like you're here right now because you want to know what's working for Toby and Layla, and implementing it into your own business, whatever it might be, okay? So secret number 1, this is a website I want you to write down, okay? Write it down, go check it out tonight, go play around with it, because it's one of the biggest assets in our marketing right now on social media, and it's called Buzzsumo. Okay, so Buzzsumo is a website where you can analyze your competitors' content. Ding, 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 ding. What does that say to you? Knowledge is power, right? So when you know what your competitors are doing, when you know what other people in your passion market are doing, then you can have an idea of what's working and model that, right? So when you put in, for example, we use the example of weight loss here because we have many people on the line that do promote weight loss. We've got lots of other different people in here as well that promote lots of different things. So yes, Buzzsumo, make sure you check it out for whatever it is that you are selling. But weight loss. So it will tell you the top posts. It will tell you the top posts on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on Reddit, on the number of links that they have out there. You will get all of the information. You guys seeing how this can be really powerful for your own marketing, especially if you're new, especially if you're just figuring this stuff out? Huge, huge. So then you can go to Facebook. You know, you go to Facebook, you go check out these websites, you go check out these top fan pages and see what they're doing, right? See how they've been successful. So here I'd see, okay, weight loss, put in weight loss into my search in Facebook and pull up the top fan pages for weight loss. So I'm going to be, I hate to say, I'm going to be a total creeper, right? This is where I totally geek out and become almost stalkerish on the top fan pages in my niche. Okay, so this extreme weight loss right here, they have almost 500,000 likes. So that is going to be someone that I pay attention to. That's going to be a site where I say, okay, well, what is it that they're doing? What is it that they're offering? What is it that they're, you know, what are their best posts on their page? What kind of things are they selling? What kind of content are they putting out into the marketplace? Knowledge is power, right? Okay. So write that down. You guys got Buzzsumo? Make sure you're doing that. And if you're like, I had someone message me today, actually a good friend of mine, and she said, well, what if you don't have anything to sell? What if you don't know what your passion product is? What if you don't know what you were meant to do? What if you don't know what you want to pursue yet? What if you don't have a business or a course or a workshop or an info product or a book? What if you don't have an affiliate program? So if you're in that place right now and you're just getting started and you don't know what you want to do, let me just tell you that, first of all, if you don't love it, you won't do it. Okay, you won't do it. You have really got to identify. This is where we'll get into the voice method and break it down for you. Really identifying what your voice is. What is your purpose here on this planet? What are you passionate about? If money was no object, what would you be doing with your time? Where would you be investing? What would you be creating? What would you be building? What would you be doing? Who would you be doing it with? It's so important to be to spend that time to get crystal clear on what you stand for. Okay, what you stand for. So yes, making sure that you have something in line. However, some people are just in such a bad position that they're just passionate about making money. Right? They're passionate about changing their situation, changing their finances, changing this dark place that they're in and making a transition. So if that's the case, there are infinite amounts of already created products out there. You can go to something like ClickBank and pretty much find an affiliate program for anything that you like. I think there's like sewing info courses, there's meditation, yoga, all of this stuff that you could be promoting that's been created by someone else that could create revenue for you. It doesn't matter what you're selling. What matters is the voice and the brand that you're putting out there on the front end, okay? So number one, we, as a brand newbie, we are going to become creepers on our competition, okay? Say, I will creep. I will creep. Creeping makes you money. Secret number two, how to ethically steal your competition's most profitable customers in just minutes for free. So when I saw this, it was actually Toby that showed it to me. It was like my mind exploded. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I can't believe that Facebook actually lets us do this. It is such a huge asset. And if you don't know how, it'll probably blow your mind right now too. So sounds good, right? Stealing our sorry, I got sniffles. Stealing our competition's highest paying customers. Yeah. We want to know how they're getting customers and who their customers are. Voice method secret number 2. Okay, so anytime you pull up one of those fan pages, so we were talking about the weight loss fan pages, but if you are in travel, right, or if you're in CBD, or if you make t-shirts, right, or if you are a musician, or if you are a music producer, whatever it is that you are, there's somebody that's also doing that. You have competition out there. So it's your job to go out there and find out who it is. It's your job to go out there before you think about launching on social media to go and be a creeper, okay? So this takes creeping to the next level. This is where creeping actually becomes profitable for you, okay? So you go to their fan pages, right? And right down there in the bottom left-hand corner of every single fan page on Facebook, your mind might blow right now. Every single fan page, you can click the little button that says info and ads and pull up every single ad campaign that they have running. Okay, so you can see all of their ad campaigns, you can see all their content, you can see all the people commenting on it, you can see exactly what they are doing. And now you can post your own. And this is where it gets a little ninja. You can post your own content, modeling what they have, and target their audience. You can actually target their customers ethically, and Facebook allows it, okay? We like to ethically steal customers. Okay, and number 3, this is where we get deeper. This is where you take it to the next level, right? So now that we have creeped our competition on social media, now that we know the ads they're running, we know what's working for them, we know what is getting the most engagement and the most sales, the most clicks, now we can accelerate the results, okay? So who here wants to put everything on speed drive? Or what is it? Super drive? Overdrive? Whatever. Let's drive, okay? So how to accelerate your results with just $5 a day, capitalizing on Facebook's internal social bias. So you can, with literally $5 a day, be exploding your business, okay? So I wanted to pull up Kim. Kim is a social media marketer who I creep a lot, who I become a Facebook stalker for, right? Because I teach social media, so I want to know who else is teaching social media and what are they doing, right? So I would creep on Kim and I would find out what kind of ads she's running. I would find out what posts on her page are getting the highest engagement, getting the most conversions, what's getting the most traction for her, and model it in my business, right? So my posts are going to be similar to hers. And then once I've created those posts, I'm going to boost them, okay? So I am going to spend $5 a day. You post on your fan page, modeling Kim's posts, right? Everything that we've researched already on Buzzsumo, on Facebook ads, right? Looking at the algorithms that Facebook is using. And then once you post it on your fan page, then you hit boost, okay? So boost the post, and what you do is you target that page. So if I've modeled Kim's post, if I've modeled Kim's content, then I am going to actually target her page. And Facebook allows us to do this. So we can actually target all of Kim's fans. And we're going to boost it. And then we take it the next level. This is where we continue the relationship. So as you know, many of you know, because we actually have had a long-standing social media relationship, right? We're Facebook friends. And this is where you take it to the next level. So you take all the people who engaged with your post or your video, and you make a custom audience, okay? So we actually create a custom audience in Facebook for all of those people that responded, and we can then create a more direct ad. Then we can target them more specifically for the people who engaged with your first post. So now we've taken our competitors' fans and audience, and we're cultivating a relationship with that audience, and we're doing it in our own social voice, okay? So the 3 secrets, in no particular order. Number 1, instantly positioning yourself as an expert to earn more money. So if you're brand new, using resources like Buzzsumo to creep our competitors, to understand what's working, to see the highest engaged posts and what kind of content our audience actually wants. Number 2, ethically stealing our competition's most profitable customers. So going into their fan pages and analyzing and studying what their ads are, what ads they're running, what ads worked, what ads didn't, and learning from their marketing. And it's totally free. Facebook lets you do that. Secret number 3, accelerating those results. So we use the formula, we target our competitors' fans, right? We target them with a similar ad. We put them into a custom audience where we can start dripping and creating that relationship with after. These 3 steps alone, implementing them into your business, this has allowed Toby and I to create a leveraged lifestyle, to create a freedom formula, a digital model that pays us from our phones. And it's all on Facebook. Who else loves Facebook? I know there's some Facebook haters out there, but I'm just saying it's one of my faves. Okay, so how do we 10x this? You guys are here because you want to learn the voice method. You want to ramp this up. So if you follow everything we just outlined in those 3 secrets, and then you partner it with the voice method, you'll finally be able to live your dream lifestyle. You'll finally have that freedom. You'll finally have that leverage. You'll finally have the results that you deserve on social media, okay? So let's go over it. Voice method. Remember, there will be a replay, but I do suggest that you take some notes and you allow any ideas that come to you as we go through the voice method to write them down, right? And to make note of them, because things will come up to you or come up for you and you don't want to forget them. Okay, so let's go through the voice method. It is an acronym. We love our acronyms. V, value, value, value. Okay, and we're going to break each one of these down, okay? O, over deliver. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that you guys had actionable steps tonight that you could implement into any business, any products that you're selling that are going to help you on your social media. And I know that even if you stopped watching right now and all you did were those first 3 secrets, you would no doubt have better results on your social media. You would see growth. You would see more engagement. You would have a better connection with your audience because you would have that knowledge, and that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, right? So over deliver. Make sure that you're always over delivering. You're always giving more than people expect. You're always teaching them more than they expect. I, inspire with your message. Has anyone been inspired by some of the messages, some of the content, some of the posts that I've put out? Right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to break that down on how you can create that in your audience so that they are inspired by your message. They're not just, annoyed or irritated, like, oh, she's got another deal. Here it comes. You want to create inspiration. You don't want to send them running. C, create, connect, and close with content. okay? Content is king. If you're not creating content every single day, then people are going to forget you. Social media is a super noisy place. Agree or agree? Yes. So you have to be creating content that connects and closes and is consistent. So that's C. E, entertaining your audience. So I haven't told any jokes tonight. I don't know. Is there any jokes that I could tell? B loves her knock-knock jokes. For me, entertainment isn't always a comedy act. Sometimes I am funny. Occasionally I have like funny moments, but usually it's in a nerdy, weird way. Not so much a stand-up comedian. I do have some friends on my Facebook that are stand-up comedians, and they're super funny. I'm like, man, you need to be on videos more. You need to be out there more because you're hilarious, right? But entertainment doesn't always have to revolve around cracking jokes. However, there are some good ones, right? When you can make a joke of the gap in your teeth, sometimes I just like to put it right out there. So if you can be like, argh. So I had this hater on one of my Facebook lives. And she said, well, if you make so much money, why don't you get your teeth fixed? And my gap in my teeth has been a sore spot, an insecurity for me for decades, right? And just coming to a place of loving my face and loving who I am and all of my flaws and all of my, things that people might fix, and really owning them. So when she put that out there, it was just kind of like on live video. Like, can you imagine somebody picking you apart on live video? Yeah, it was challenging. However, telling these stories and making fun, not making fun, but putting it out there, right up there in your face. So there's nothing that you can see except for the gap in my teeth. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let's break it down. Value, value, value. So as we go through these questions, I really want you to think about your company, your business, you, right? You as an entrepreneur, you as the CEO of your company, okay? You are the top dog. And for a lot of us, that's kind of foreign, right? Because most of our life, we have not been the top dog. It has not been about us. We have been conditioned to fit into other people's values, other people's brands, other people's companies. So I really want you to establish your own. And then the right company, the right products, the right affiliate program, all that will come to you when that is finally established. Does that make sense? So what are your brand values? Your brand, you Inc., right? What are the values that are important to your brand? And I like to think about, what do I want people to feel when they come to a Layla webinar? What do I want people to feel when they go through one of my courses, or when they go through one of my workshops, or, what's the experience that I want? What's important to me? Write this down. If things are coming to you, write them down. Write them down. What is your mission statement? Okay, so this is something that we will get into further when we go into the in-depth voice method training of how to craft and create your mission statement for your brand. But even just off the top of your head, do you know what the mission statement for your brand is? If someone said, well, what's your mission? How would you answer? Do you have an answer? Okay, so it might be something that you need to spend some time on, because your mission statement, your mission, your vision behind the brand needs to be filtered through every single piece of content that you create, through every single video. You have to have that mission in the back of your head. It's like constantly fueling you, you're writing, when you're speaking, when you're in Facebook chat, like all of these avenues of marketing must incorporate that mission statement, okay? Who is your ideal customer? The avatar. And anybody that's in my inner circle knows how crazy I am about creating a avatar, okay? So no, I'm not talking about that blue alien creature. I'm talking about your ideal customer. And we get really in depth in the training on how to create your avatar, how to know exactly what they're thinking, exactly what they want and desire, exactly what they don't want, right? Because we have to know their don't wants too, their fears, their inner dialogue, what people are saying to them. It is so important. The more time that you can spend getting to know your avatar, getting to know your ideal customer, the more money you will make, guaranteed. What do they want and what do they not want, okay? What kind of content do they want? We can go back to our secrets, right? So if we go back into Buzzsumo and we look at like say for example, you have a brand new fitness challenge, okay? Let's just say we have a brand new fitness challenge coming up. So we're gonna look up fitness challenges or health challenges. And we're gonna understand, what do people want? How do we know what they want? We look at what's at the top, right? We look at what's the most, gets the most engagement, what people are the most responsive to. And we start crafting our value. We start crafting our offer around that, okay? And then how do you solve a problem? Or how can you solve a problem for them and help them get what they want? Okay, so this is what people really want. They may think that they want to be famous on Facebook, right? They may think that they want to do really well on Facebook Lives, but what they actually want is the freedom and the leverage that converting Facebook Lives can create for them. Okay, so my Facebook Live course is not just about getting comments on Facebook Live. It's not just about rocking your Facebook Lives, but it's about creating freedom. It's about creating a little mini Layla army or Christy army or Laura army that's out there working for you while you're having a life. Okay, and that's what they really, really want. So you have to know what they want in order to deliver that value. One of the questions I always ask myself is, even if they never join me, even if they never take me up on my offer, even if they never join my team or buy my product, will they have learned something? Will they have learned something from their experience with me? If the answer is no, then you have not delivered value, okay? Really important question to ask. We'll keep going. O, we're in the O now, over deliver. Okay, so first impressions are everything, especially on social media. You have like half a second to make a first impression. You have one chance. If they go to your fan page and they're constantly, they're just like overwhelmed with sales, if they go to your fan page and there hasn't been an active post for like the last 3 months, if they go to your fan page and it is barren and empty, what are the chances of them returning? Wah, wah, wah. Little to none. Okay, so you want to make sure that the first time that they come there, you over deliver. Just like the first time that you come to a Layla webinar, over deliver. Give you all I got. Right? Leave nothing untold. Show you all of my cards and over deliver on what I'm going to be sharing with you. Free equals low value. Now, what does this mean? Okay, so we are conditioned to think that free is cheap, or if you get something for free, it can't be that good. And that's kind of our programming, especially on social media where people are pushing free freebies, free cheat sheets, free downloads, free checklists, like free everywhere. It's all about the free, right? So when we see something for free, we're like, well, is that really that great? So I like to be the one that proves that old mindset wrong, right? So when someone gets something for free from me, they are going to be blown away. They're going to be wowed by how much they learn. They're going to be wowed by how much, actual value is in there, and they didn't even pay for it. So then they start thinking, well, if Layla gives that away for free on her Facebook Live cheat sheet, I wonder what her home study course is like. I wonder what it's like to hire her as my coach. I wonder what it's like to join her team, right? This is the mindset that we want to create on social media. So when you are free, freemiums are extremely valuable, and we're actually going to go into more detail. Again, when we break down the voice method, I have a full voice method masterclass, which is coming up. We're going to break down and create your freemium and make sure that it over delivers, okay? Because when someone downloads your free cheat sheet, if it doesn't over deliver, if it doesn't blow their mind, if it doesn't teach them something or solve a huge problem, then guess what? They're not going to buy. They're not going to visit your page again, and they're not going to get anything free from you again. So what's your avatar's big problem? And this is a huge one. If we want to over deliver, if we want to really wow them, we want to identify their big problem. The big problem. So right now you are here because you want to learn how to get results on social media. Maybe you've been spinning your wheels. Maybe you've been, putting out hundreds of videos. Maybe you've been creating content every day and it's not getting the traction that you want, right? Because you haven't defined your social voice, because you haven't clearly defined your brand values and your mission statement, and you don't know your avatar and you don't know their big problem, okay? So this is the problem we want to solve. We want to stop you from wasting your time on social media, from it becoming a time sucker to it actually becoming a profitable income stream for you and your family. That's the big problem. New ideas. So many of you didn't know that you could ethically steal your competitors' top paying customers. Many of you didn't know. That's a new idea. It's a new concept. It's actually a new feature in Facebook that a lot of people don't even know is there, that little info and ads button down in the corner. So giving people new ideas, something they've never heard before, a new way, a new concept. If you're talking about weight loss and you're just talking about cutting calories and drinking water and exercising daily, guess what? We've all heard that before. And many of us have tried that before and failed. You have to give people a new idea, a new concept, something that's going to make them think differently than everything else they've heard before. If you can do that, then you've created a social voice that really draws people in, and they're just hungry for more. Making sense? Is this making sense to you? Are you guys liking it? Okay. Upsells. Okay, so we talked about creating your freemium, and we will dive deeper into creating that freemium that over delivers. But when you do, then you're in a position to upsell. Then you're in a position to really turn that free lead, that free seeker, into someone, a paying customer, into a paying client, into a new team member, or a sale, right? That's when you can turn it into a sale, is when you have over delivered. If you gave them a free cheat sheet that is, rehashed old information, it doesn't give them any new ideas, it doesn't solve their big problem, it doesn't leave a good first impression because the graphics are whack, then when you ask them to buy your course, or when you ask them to buy a product, or when you ask them to sign up, the answer is most likely going to be no. Okay, so this could be why some of your upsells are not working yet. Let's move on. What's next? I. Remember what I was? Anybody remember? Put it in the comments or in the chat if you remember what the I was. This is like a good test to see who's actually paying attention. And this has been something that I feel has been the heartbeat, the heartbeat of the Toby and Layla brand above all other things. Yes, we could show you how to crush it on Instagram and get, thousands and thousands of followers and likes on your pictures and get on the top of the hashtags and all that stuff. Yes, we can show you how to do Facebook ads and get like 5-cent leads. Yes, we can show you how to create awesome graphics that capture people's, we can show you so much. However, the I is the secret sauce. The I is what really sets Toby and Layla apart and our brand over the last decade. You guys want to know what it is? Do you remember what the I is? Who remembers? Oh, you guys see it? Comfy pants. You can do all your work in comfy pants. You need to stretch. Inspire. Okay, so inspiring with your message. So how do we inspire people? Any ideas? I've given you some ideas and just kind of my rough point notes here. But how do we inspire people? So for me, mastering the underdog story. And I want you all tonight, when you leave here, to think about your underdog story. And in our past programming by society, by your parents, by everybody around, the underdog story, we're actually conditioned not to tell it, right? We don't want to seem like the underdog. We don't want to admit the struggle and the darkness and the pain that we've been through. We're conditioned not to talk about it. However, when you are marketing, when you are especially marketing on social media, because people are quick to judge and they are quick to get jealous or quick to be negative or quick to gossip or talk about people behind their back, right? Because we have all these negative programmings that they're still struggling with. So when you can position your story as the underdog story, guess what? People start cheering you on. So look back at your life, all those moments that you could look back and see as negative. You could look back and see as failures even, like dropping out of university. So I dropped out of university, and for an entire year, I didn't tell my parents. For an entire year, they thought that I was still going to class. They'd ask me, oh, how's class going? Oh, it's fine. And I had already dropped out. For an entire year, I was struggling to even admit that I had dropped out. So think about how that was affecting my personal power, my personal confidence. I was hiding everything. I was ashamed. Just think about the shame right there. And whether you dropped out of university or whatever it is, we all have these moments in our past where we have been ashamed of what we've done. So telling those stories, actually allowing your audience into the underdog story and admitting those moments allows people to relate. Now, when they see, well, Toby and Layla created their first million before they were 30, there's not that instant negativity. There's not like, well, great for them. That's so awesome. Or for our first instinct when we see people that are having success, we often go to that jealousy path, right? We know this. So when you create the underdog story, right, when they know where you came from, that basement of the bar, living out of a hockey bag, I remember opening up Toby's wallet and we had $40 to buy pizza and beer. And we had no idea where we were going to get more money. all we knew is we had 40 bucks for pizza and beer, and when that was gone, we'd figure something else out. Like that was kind of the the floater lifestyle, right? Because we lived in the basement of a bar. So when you tell people that story, when they know where you've come from, instead of being jealous of your success, or instead of being jealous of how happy you are, you know, oh, she's always so happy. Well, guess what? I remember being in a place where I would cry myself to sleep. I remember being in a place where I questioned, you know, is it even worth me being alive? So if I let you into that part of my story, suddenly you're not jealous of my happiness. You're not jealous of my success. You're not resenting my my accomplishments, but you are cheering for them, right? It's a total mindset shift with your audience when you can get them to cheer you on. The hero's journey, or the hero's two journeys, actually. So any movie, and these are all components that we're going to be going into on a deeper level when we get into the master series for the voice method. But still, this information is golden, and if you can implement it, just take even a few of these golden nuggets and put them into your business, into your brand right now. You'll instantly notice people connecting with you more. You'll instantly notice people responding to you more. And just for hanging out with me here tonight, I'm going to actually give you, hold on one second. Pattern interrupt right there. I'm actually going to give you my post templates. So this is my top 7 social media posts. The top 7 posts that have allowed me to create true emotional connections and the underdog story, and build an audience on social media that really gets my voice. Who feels like you get my voice? You understand who I am, what I stand for, and why I'm here, right? It's because I've communicated it through social media, through my stories, through my posts, through my content. So the hero's 2 journeys, okay? So there's 2 journeys. If you look back at any movie, any movie that you can think of that is actually good, it always has a hero, right? And there's these 2 journeys that are going on simultaneously. The journey of accomplishment, okay? So the journey that I'm out to, get to win the Piston Cup, if we're looking at Lightning McQueen, or I am out to destroy the ring, the ring in Mordor, if I'm Frodo, right? So whatever story it is, there's always that accomplishment journey. But the most important journey, and I want you to think about this in your own story, right? So you're on this journey to create a successful business, okay? You're on this journey to build a digital empire. You're on this journey to create financial freedom. And that's your achievement journey. That's your accomplishment journey. That's what you are out to accomplish. But the most important story that people are going to resonate with, the most important story that people are going to really connect with your social voice, is the story of transformation. Write that down. Story of transformation. How have you changed as a person? How has this journey, this path, how have all of these things changed you as a person? That's what's going to grip your audience. That's what people want to know more. That's what's going to connect them on an emotional level, okay? So I hope you really got that, because that's like mind-blowing stuff that can have huge impact on your business. Moments of weakness. So this is actually one of the 7 templates where I talk about the moments of weakness right here. Moments of weakness. So why it works. I call this the self-defacing story. It's really important for us to show our moments of weakness to our audience so they see us as a real person. I'm writing this book right now. It's called bitch slap the mean girls, okay? And it's all about building your self-confidence and releasing the limiting beliefs and the negative thoughts in your head so that you can actually go take action in your life and be the best version of yourself, okay? And in this story, I talk about fear. And instead of just talking about a fear from my past, I actually expose a fear that I have right now, a fear that still I find pops up for me and tries to hold me back. So instead of, proclaiming that I am this perfect, developed, amazing woman, I am actually letting them know that, hey, I still have fears. Hey, I'm still working on this stuff too. Hey, I'm still putting these steps in this formula into place. So this is my moments of weakness. When you can relate on that level with your audience, they really get your voice and they really start to buy in to this story. So I had someone ask me, what if I'm not inspired by my message? Okay, what if I don't feel any inspiration from my own story? Can anybody relate to that? Like, you think of your journey and you're like, well, it's not really that inspiring. So I pulled up one of the exercises that we're going to do in the voice method masterclass. And it's called the letter to yourself exercise. And I wanted to give it to you tonight so that you could do it because it's so freaking powerful. And it really helps you to see and identify the inspiration in your story and see how far you've come and see the things that you've learned. So what I want you to do is write a letter to yourself. I want you to write a letter to yourself 1 year ago. So think of Christmas 2017. Where were you? What were you doing? What was going on in your life? Were you stressed? Were you struggling? Where were you 1 year ago? And I want you to really think about it. Like, how are you different now? How are you different 1 year later? What have you learned over this last year? And what would you want them to know? If you could go back and if you could write them a letter and let them know the things that they need to know to tackle 2018, what would you say to them? And this exercise is so powerful. I actually did it on a women's retreat that I just finished up. And instead of 1 year ago, I had them write a letter to their Monday self. So it was a week-long retreat, and they came in on Monday really anxious and uptight and reserved and nervous and skeptical, all of this stuff. Like, oh my gosh, what's this going to be like? One of those workshops, what's this trainer going to be like? What's this blue-haired chick going to teach me? And I had them on Friday write a letter to their Monday self. So in 5 days, they had transformed. In 5 days, they built these unwavering bonds with the other women. In 5 days, they shared more with strangers than they had with the people that they love the most. In 5 days, they had tapped into their power and potential and believed in themselves again in 5 days. So imagine how transformational that can be to look back a year. How much have you learned in a year? How much have you changed in a year? It could be one person, one mentor, one webinar, one book that really gave you that huge shift. And think you've had a whole year of those, right? So, letter to yourself. I will not be checking your homework unless you are in the Voice Method Masterclass. However, I'm just telling you to do this for yourself. If you feel like you are not inspired by your message, I want you to really reflect on how much you've learned, how much you've grown. Think about the first day. I think a lot of you guys are in a business right now, okay? As far as from who I see that's on here, most of you guys are entrepreneurs currently. You have a company, you have a product, you have a business. So I want you to think about the first day that you joined a business or the first day that you decided, I'm going to start a business. Think about it. Like, don't just, okay, yeah, I'm thinking. No, actually step into that moment. Actually think about that moment. How did you feel? Were you uncertain? Were you unsure? Were you fearful? Were you Did you pick the wrong thing, right? Think about all of the emotions and the struggles that were coming from that moment. And now think about where you are now. It's a pretty big difference, isn't it? Even if you haven't created millions of dollars, even if you haven't, mastered, you don't have thousands and thousands, 88,000, followers, even if that's not the case, think about how much you know now. Think about how far you have come from that day one. Now that is something that's inspiring, right? The lessons that you've learned, the mistakes that you've made, the struggles that you've had, that's how you can inspire with your message. And then other people's success stories, okay? So when you, sometimes social media is funny, right? Social media is funny. It's almost like, it can be like high school. Okay, because we get in these social settings and we have to deal with everyone's insecurities. We have to deal with everyone's drama. We have to deal with everyone's, I like to call them the negative, the glasses, right? I don't know if you've ever heard my analogy. I talk about this in my book, but the glasses that we're wearing. So everyone is born with a set of glasses. Imagine that, right? Everyone is born with a set of glasses, and those glasses are clear when they are born. As things happen to them, as people tell them certain things, their parents tell them certain things, they go through pain, they go through struggle, they fail, they get hurt, they get their heart broken. All of these things change the tint of their glasses. They start to see things through a different filter. So in social media, we're bringing everybody's filter to the table. And sometimes people don't respond positively. This is one of the things that, one of the big objections that I get for people that are wanting to market on social media. They're afraid of some of the negative feedback or comments from their friends and family. Anybody feel me on that? I remember the first time I went live on my Facebook, and I had like people from my high school and, people from my elementary school and teachers and old coworkers jumping on my Facebook Live, and there was all this anxiety, right? So that's one of the biggest things, is people are afraid of what other people will think. And it's true. People can be catty and negative because they're operating with their own glasses. And most people operate with their glasses without even being aware that they're there. So one of the ways that I like to combat that, rather than always posting about my message, always posting about my story, always posting about me, you tell the stories of other people. Okay, so you tell the story of Christy, who I think she's at like 1,000 views on her recent Facebook Live, which I was watching. I'm like, look at her go, girl. She has 1,000 views on her Facebook Live. That's 1,000 people that have heard her message. That's 1,000 people that have seen her face and communicated with her and built a bond with. And she did that video once, right? So telling Christy's story, it allows people to see, okay, well, it's not just Layla that's awesome on Facebook Lives. What she's teaching actually works. What she's teaching is working for other people. Okay, so telling other people's stories. Is this making sense to you? Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, and then we go to the C. You're going to see a whole lot of C's. Whole lot of C's right here. Create, connect, close with content. I can't even believe how quickly time is going by. Okay, so Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives are by far one of the most effective ways to communicate your message. First of all, it's video, right? And it's live. We love things that are live. However, if you do it poorly, if you do it badly, you are going to lose your audience really quick. And they're going to see right through you. They're going to realize that you don't over-deliver, that you don't have value, and that you're not inspiring, right? And they're not going to come back. So Facebook Lives are key, but it's really important for you to do them right and to create conversation. I'll just give you a quick hint, and this is actually a gift that I have for you guys, is my favorite, well, it's my favorite key on the keyboard when I'm writing posts, but my favorite thing to say on a Facebook Live is a question, right? That's how I can create a dialogue. Like, are you understanding this? Do you want more? Do you want more training? Do you want to go deeper into some of these? Like, do you want my Facebook Live secrets? And that simple act of asking a question gets you to respond, gets you to create the dialogue with me. Disruptive videos, okay? So I told you guys that I would show you my app. And if you came here because you saw that video, let me pull it up here. Some of you guys saw that video of me. There it is. Some of you guys saw that video of me. Did you see that one on Facebook with the text and the different emojis and the different GIFs and stuff like that? Okay, so creating disruptive videos, remembering that we have got to stop the scroll, okay? Stop the scroll, stop the scroll. So how are we gonna stop the scroll? It's much different than here on a webinar, right? Here on a webinar, I'm in training mode. I'm teaching you guys. I'm giving you content. However, in a video on social media, we have to disrupt them. We have to get their attention. So cool apps that use graphics and all this kind of stuff really help in creating those disruptive videos. So you guys want to know what my app is that I use? It's super easy. It's like plug and play on your phone, and it takes your videos and makes them disruptive, right? You probably have been disrupted in your newsfeed by videos that have been created by this app. And people will charge a lot of money to create these videos for you. So when you have this app, you can do it for yourself. So what's the app? Tell me the app, Layla. You guys want to know? Okay, it's called InShot. InShot. I think it was a paid app. I think it was like, I'm going to say $10. I can't remember. But definitely one of the best investments for if you are a video marketer, okay? Just to create that disruption. So your videos stand out from everyone. So it's called InShot, and it's really easy to use. A monthly content plan. So this is something that we're going to get deeper into. We won't go into it tonight, but when we get into the masterclass of how to really stay consistent, because that's one of the things that people struggle with is they're like constantly flying by the seat of their pants. Anybody relate to that? So when you have a content plan, you can stay consistent and be present always in your audience's mind, in their social media. One of the mantras that I like to live by, and even I sometimes fall off the wagon, even I sometimes struggle with consistency, but one of the mantras that I always try and make sure that I'm doing daily is a selfie a day, okay? Because I want my face to be like gravity in people's life. When they think of Facebook, they know they're gonna see my face. So if I haven't done any content, I'll make sure that I at least get my face out there. I'll at least get my selfie out there, usually with some kind of inspiring story, right? So it's not just a selfie like, here, I'm so awesome, but it's like a selfie with my teeth talking about how I used to hate the gap in my teeth or something like that, okay? Facebook groups and bumping threads. So Facebook groups are huge. We're going to dive into how to create them, how to create content with them, and how to create bumping threads in your Facebook group so that you can get everybody working as a tribe to syndicate and to create that social proof around your content and everyone's content. And then emotional triggers and pain. So it's really important for us in our content to start with the negative, to start with the pain, to hit on and just kind of turn that knife a little bit on some of those pain points and those emotional triggers so that people really get drawn into our content and they pay attention to it. This is how we communicate our social voice with our content. So it's not just how-tos, it's not just information, but it's emotional information. It's triggering them. It's getting them to remember a time in their life when they felt like that. That makes sense. Yes. Okay. And entertaining your audience. So like I said, it's not about being, some stand-up comedian or having a ton of jokes. Sometimes some of you guys are super funny and hilarious, and humor is a good thing. But you can use humor in a way like for Instagram, right? So Instagram have something called boomerangs where you can like get yourself in a loop, and it loops your video. So you can do really funny stuff with your boomerangs, even just like dances. Like even when you do the crazy dances, they look super funny in a boomerang, okay? So things like GIFs, and you can use GIFs in your comments. So when you're in your replies, when you're replying to your comments and your engagement, you're using GIFs to just kind of get people laughing, get people smiling. You guys will notice that I use a lot of GIFs because I think they're funny. And they crack me up, okay? Selfies. So I guess I have like coined the Layla face, but yeah, crazy selfies. So I like to stretch outside the box and maybe make my face a little weird so that people laugh or that people notice it, right? We're all about disruption. So if you see, a beautiful a beautiful duck face selfie, okay? And I'm guilty of a duck face selfie every now and then, I will admit. But if you see a duck face selfie, like someone just, and then you see right below it, you see, which one are you probably going to get more disrupted by? The crazy face, right? So stretching yourself to make some of the weird faces, even if they're not the prettiest ones, will be better for your marketing. Jokes. So yes, I don't think I have any jokes, actually. They just come out. And then the self-defacing stories. So talking about, oh gosh, I just wrote this in my book, a story of when I peed my pants. I peed my pants in the gold medal match. And actually, you guys have to read the book to see that story. But yes, so using humor and funny stories like that. Storytelling, obviously. Oh, sorry, I didn't. In shot. Yes, you're right. In shot. There you go. Is it free? Woohoo! Maybe there's a paid version. I might have upgraded, but if it's free, that's awesome. So yes, in shot. Sorry, I sent that privately, Christy. I meant to send it to everyone. So storytelling, right? We are entertained by stories. We are entertained by going on a journey with someone. Like you guys actually want to know right now the pee your pants story because it has captured your curiosity. You want to know how peeing my pants actually helped me win a gold medal in that match. And I was a 4-time national champion wrestler in high school. I won gold medal in Canada, of all of Canada, all women in Canada, for 4 years in a row. And peeing my pants actually helped me do that. So yes, telling stories gets people entertained. And you can just tell how important stories are when you look at people's Netflix accounts, right? We're constantly engulfed in these stories and we're entertained by them. So drama, so any kind of drama, if there's pain, struggle, angst, drama, we love drama, okay? Emotion, so when you have these high emotions, always talking about how something made you feel. If you go back into some of your posts and just if that little thing, how it made you feel, and communicate that to your audience, you will engage with them, you will connect with them, and you will entertain them. Suspense, so leaving people on the edge of their seats, right? Maybe giving them a little bit and not giving it all to them. So giving them these little teasers like the pee your pants story. And then friends first. So above all, we are Facebook friends, or we are friends, right? That's our connection on social media. So that's something that you want to remember. How would you treat your friends? If my friends were always trying to sell me stuff, I would probably not be friends with them. right? But if they were teaching me stuff and offering me value and giving me this incredible, insightful training, then I would be more likely to buy stuff from them. Makes sense, right? Yes. Okay, so now, how long has it been? Almost 90 minutes. Sorry. So now, you guys know, I can't give you everything. And I said 60-minute webinar, but we went a little bit over. But I can't give you everything that you need. I can't break down all of this stuff. I can't show you how to craft an incredible story. I can't help you to create your freemium offer that over delivers. I can't help you understand what your avatar is and your values for your brand and your mission statement and all of this stuff. I can't do it in 60 minutes. I can't even do it in 90 minutes, apparently. So, hey, Cynthia, good to see you. So, I'm stuck on so. We're stuck on the so. So, a needle pulling thread. Okay, so is it okay if I share with you guys the advanced training and formula that I've crafted specifically for you guys? Because I can't share everything. I can't really give you all the information that you need in just one session. And if you did just jump on, don't worry, we are recording this. Are we recording this? Hopefully. Is it okay if I share this with you? Yes, it's okay, Layla. Okay, so this is the voice method. I gave you a brief overview. Really, this is only scratching the surface of how I want to help you craft your voice, how I want to help you craft your brand. So what you are going to get, I've put together a special offer, like I said, is our 6-week voice method makeover. So this is our full master class. It's going to be 6 weeks long. It's going to start January 21st, I think, but I'll get back to you on the dates. And it's going to be 6 weeks of us actually doing a full rebranding of your brand, of your voice on social media. And I'm only accepting 10. Okay, so I really want to work hands-on with you guys and help you to craft this brand, craft this voice, and dial it in. So I can only work with 10. So if the timing is not right for you, that's okay. There is someone that is ready, and there will only be 10. So you're going to get the voice method makeover. We're going to build your brand from the ground up. We're going to craft your unique social voice. We're going to go in depth into the voice method, and you're going to get weekly webinars to take you step by step. Also weekly Q&As with me personally, so that when I give you the assignments, you can actually have some feedback and follow up. Or if you're stuck on them, you can know what to do. And 6 weeks of personal mentorship, okay? We're going to unlock the profits in your passion. This is probably one of the most important things, because no matter what I teach you, no matter how awesome your Facebook ads are, no matter how huge your Instagram is, like you're just not going to do it. You're not going to put your voice into it if it's not something that you're passionate about. So you have to really identify that. And thinking, okay, comparing this to hiring a web guru. And why do I say that? Because there's a lot of people that are like, they're outsourcing. So they're going and they're hiring people to design their headers and their brands and their fan pages and their blogs, and, you know, paying thousands and thousands of dollars. There's tons of services out there that do that for you. And I get it. You know, it can feel like a lot to create it all. Now, with that web guru, it would cost you usually at least a $5,000 upfront just to get started. And that may not include all of the websites and the graphics and all the branding that you need. Plus, it's usually about $1,000 a month to upkeep. Okay, so when they're upkeeping your blog, and this is like one of the nightmares that I've run into when you outsource this stuff, is that you don't have control. You don't even know how to change your header. You don't know how to create new product graphics. You are under their control, right? You don't have that independence. So you're looking at least like $27,000 for your first year if you go with the web guru. And at the end of all of that, they might get your message right. They might get your social voice right. They might, or they might not. Okay, because most of web designers and brand designers, they don't understand the connection of your social voice. They might not even know how to pull that from you, to get an idea. So instead of 27,000 on that web guru, you're not going to pay anywhere near that. The voice makeover at 6 weeks, it's basically giving you only our proven strategies that have allowed us to unlock massive profits from our own brands and do things that we're passionate about, that we love. I just wanted to share with you guys some awesome testimonials from some of our amazing rock stars. Marisol Dennis said she's been learning and growing for the last decade with Toby and Layla, and this is true. So a lot of the people that we've worked with have stuck with us for, you know, almost a decade. Like, what does that say about what you guys are about to get access to? They're as real as they come. They're full of knowledge from all of their successes and their failures, and they're passionate about helping people do it with humor, grace, and love. Okay, so you guys are you guys seeing some of the social voice, the voice method points right there, right? They also know that path is different for everyone, and they roll with it. No matter where you are in life or what you want to accomplish, having Toby and Layla by your side is a sure win. Maisha, I got you up here, girl. Here she is. Toby and Layla are amazing and always willing to go above and beyond. So there's that over deliver, right? To help others. Since I've plugged into their trainings, I've been able to grow my audience, get more engagement on my Facebook page, and I'm really grateful for everything you guys do. Keep up the good work. And Maisha's in the house right now. Okay, so what you're gonna get the 6 weeks. So we're gonna rehash, rehaul, and implement your own social voice. And then you're going to get direct one-on-one access to both Toby and I. And this is something that we're going to be taking personal ownership in your brand. We're going to be using it possibly as a case study for the future. So we're putting our stamp of, you know, the Toby and Layla, the Toby and Layla stamp on your brand right there, and you're going to be able to get direct access to us for questions. And it just, sometimes it's just having that person to bounce ideas off of, or be like, can you take a look at my freemium? Is this over delivering? Or can you give me some feedback on my post? These kind of things, you know, you will never feel alone. And that's usually one of the biggest comments that we get from people that go through our workshops or go through our master classes, is that they don't feel like they're alone. Nick, I'm sure he's watching the replay. I think he had Christmas duties. He says, I've known Toby and Layla over the last 5 years now, and I'm consistently impressed with how they show up. They're truly authentic, genuine leaders with ninja marketing skills. He gave us 5 stars, and he highly recommends you connect with us. So a lot of our raving fans have been following us for years, almost an entire decade. So you can see how that social voice has stuck. Even though maybe we sold different products or been in different companies or had different offers, the voice has been consistent, and that's what's the key component, okay? So you're gonna get the 6-week voice method makeover. You're also gonna get the one-on-one direct access. And so we're at like $9,991 value right now. This is going to be really powerful, and it's going to be super exclusive, okay? Super exclusive. Like I said, we're only accepting 10 right now, and it will grow eventually. We'll do it again after. But in the beginning, it's going to be very private. So our private support community, where you can really dive into what's working, get tons of extra resources and bonuses, which you guys are going to see in a second, that are inside of this support community. And you don't understand the unbelievable power of community until you're a part of one, okay? Until you start to see the support. And this transcends company lines, right? This transcends, it really teaches people how to support and encourage and work together, even if you're not in the same company, even if you're selling different stuff, even if you're a musician and you are a chef and you are a fitness instructor, and you know, whatever it is that you do, you're a fundraiser, you have a charity. This community creates this unit. And when we operate as a unit, we can do more, right? So you're gonna get the 6-week makeover with the ongoing content, going into the voice method, the one-on-one direct access, the lifetime access to the voice community. We are at, oh, I gave it away. Don't give it away. An insane value right now. But that's not all, okay? So I wanted to include in this very special offer our Toby and Layla course bundle. One of the courses that people have been messaging me for constantly has been the social automation course. So it's up there. If you have seen any, you probably have in your inbox seen Facebook bots, okay? Seen these messenger bots in action. This is gonna be really critical for you to use your voice method, for you to really identify your social voice when you're using those kinds of automation tools, right? Because you could burn your list, you could burn your audience really quick if you haven't clearly defined your voice. So yes, you're gonna get our social automation course. I think some of you actually have that course, so I'd love to get your feedback. You're also gonna get my Famous on Facebook Live home study course. So this is really key. We're gonna have some specific training in the masterclass for Facebook Lives and really laying it out for you, but the home study course breaks it down, gives you all of the step-by-step instructions on how to go live on Facebook, how to create this mini army that's creating leverage and freedom in your life. Also, our fan page grow. So if you don't have a fan page yet, if you haven't created one, if maybe you have and it just kind of died away and you're starting from scratch, then the fan page grow course takes you from the ground up, really from 0 to 10,000 followers in the shortest amount of time. And my recent book on the 7 secrets to sell without selling on social media, and lots of other goodies that I've put together. Okay, so this is a $2,997 value, and I'm giving it away for free when you join the masterclass. So just some more testimonials here. Simple system, easy to duplicate, get results. We have fast-tracked by using these tools Layla's offering. It's definitely one of the best investments. That's Barbie King. Amber Edwards, actually another one of my high school friends. So it's really awesome to see my high school friends that have known me since high school, and they're still plugging in, they're still supporting, and they're following, and they've bought in, right? Because I've used the voice method. So she said, I've been following Layla since day one. She has a heart of gold, is a true leader, and she adds tremendous value, not only to her team, but to all of us. So she's in a different company, and that's definitely one of my missions, is it's not about, oh, you're in my personal line, or you're in my personal team. It's not even about this industry at all. It transcends beyond that. And you guys can read these. I'm going to come back to it because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost 11. You guys know what happens to moms at 11. So you're going to get the 6-week makeover. You're going to get the one-on-one access. You're going to get the lifetime access to the voice community and my Toby and Layla course bundle. So all of our courses combined. And what are we at? I don't know. 14,985. Yeah, 14,000. That's the value. But I'm not going to charge you that, obviously. How much? Let me ask you this. Okay, so what's a profitable digital brand worth to you right now? What would it be worth to you to have your digital brand bringing you money every single day? 5,000 a month? 10,000 a month? Maybe more? How much would you pay to have a profitable business right now? Okay, and I'm telling you that the components to it are not the techie side of things that you think. It is honestly the ability to communicate that voice and for people to truly resonate with your brand and get that feeling that you want them to feel when they go through your content. So this system, it says 25,000 to build, to build our websites and our blog and our brands, but honestly, it's been way more than that. We've invested hundreds of thousands into really pinpointing this knowledge and putting it into a systematic approach for you. But this is what you will get access to, right? You're getting access to like that hundreds of thousands of dollars that we've invested over, and the time, the thousands of hours spent, tens of thousands of hours spent to fast track it for you in like a 6-week course. So you for like a mall kiosk or like any kind of business that you would start would cost at least $15,000 to start a profitable business. And there's no guarantees that it's going to be profitable. It would be a steal at $8,000 for the time and the energy and the focus and the effort that we're going to put into creating and crafting your brand. It would be a steal, or even crazy low at $4,997. Crazy low, but I'm not going to charge you that. And when you see it, you're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be one of those 10, right? When you get started today and you fill out the application, you won't pay anywhere near that, okay? So first of all, because here's what we've decided to do. We've decided to make it as easy as humanly possible for you to get started today, and almost like a no-brainer. So here's the deal. When you submit your application without spending any of your own money up front, we're going to give you the 6-week makeover, the one-on-one direct access, the lifetime access to the community, and all of our Toby and Layla courses. So you'll have the full arsenal at your disposal with lifetime membership to all of those courses. And we do update them as things change. Oh, that's an old slide. And you can get started right now. Okay, so this is the total cost for the whole 6 weeks, for the whole masterclass, for all of those bonuses and the extra one-on-one time, all of this stuff for us to craft your brand. And it says click the button below because this is going to be on a page later, but you guys are here live right now. So you don't have to click the button. I'm going to send you the link in the chat for you to get your application in. And here is what you need to do. You need to fill out the application because, like I said, I'm only taking 10, and I really want to make sure that they're most aligned with us, that they're most, it's something that I'm also going to get excited about because we're going to be so hands-on, so in deep into your brand by submitting your application today. So here's what will happen. You fill out the free application. You have no obligation to join. Nothing will be charged, but you will lock in your spot. Okay, and then we will communicate further. Toby and I will call you personally to answer any questions and just see if it is a good fit because we are real people and this is not just another thing. We really want to have that personal connection with you. Okay, so click the button if you're on the website where you're seeing the replay or get the link. So let me pull up the link. Before I do, click the button that says yes, I'm ready to get started right below, okay? And fill out your application. That's all you need to do right now. And that will secure your spot. Now, if you're watching this, those spots might be gone already. I'm sorry. Plus, it gets even better. On top of everything that I've already mentioned, if you fill out your application now, during the webinar today, right now, you're also going to get these exclusive bonuses. Okay, so just for filling out the free application to see if you're a fit for the voice method, you're going to get my Famous on Facebook Live cheat sheet so that you can rock Facebook Lives and get tons of raving fans. We have people that print this cheat sheet out and they use it every single time that they go live. I'm telling you, if you stick to the cheat sheet, if you actually make sure you hit on all those points, you will get more comments, you will get more engagement, and you will create Facebook Lives that actually convert, like Christy, and I think she's over I thought I saw I think she has one that's over 200 comments now, but this most recent one that just hit 1,000. What? Shout out to Christy. Definitely because of that Facebook Live cheat sheet, okay? And then you're gonna get the bonus training number 2, which is my exact questions. So this, I use these in Facebook Lives, in my emails, in my copy, in my blog posts, in everything. Every piece of content, I am using this reference guide, okay? So these are my exact questions, my open loops, and my hypnotic language that we use to supercharge our engagement on social media. So just for filling out the application, I'm gonna give that to you. And then our 90-day launch sequence, okay? So you're gonna get our exact process for how we were able to explode into absolutely any company, any offer, any product you're selling in 90 days, creating tons of hype, tons of buzz, and tons of attention and engagement around what you're doing, okay? So just for applying for free, you're gonna get that. So let me pull up just for a second because I know I should have grabbed this. Let me stop for a second. Stop sharing. I pull this up. Holla! I see some of you guys on camera. It's good to see your faces. I'm glad that you guys are hanging out here. And if you are in replay land, there'll be a button, right? There'll be a button that you can click to fill out your application. But let me pull up the link. I'm just pulling up the link for you guys now so that you can get your application in pronto, because the people that are on live, right, they have an advantage. But I forgot to copy the link for the application. See, sometimes we forget things as well. Loading slowly. Everything's loading. So, like I said, my ultimate goal is, even if you don't take action, even if you don't fill out the application, I want you to walk away from this webinar knowing that you have an arsenal of ideas and skill sets and new concepts for you to implement into your business. Right? Am I right? Or am I right? Yes. Where the heck did this go? I've lost my application. However, you know, for me, I want to make sure that you're getting the most. I want to make sure that we can go deeper into this stuff. And like, I would keep you here for 5 hours on a webinar, but no one would stay, right? To go over all this stuff. Okay, I got it. Okay. So I'm putting the link in the chat. Hey, Charles, good to see your face. And send it to everyone. So you guys can fill out the application, and when you do that live, then I'll hook you up with my bonuses. Good to see you all there. Okay, so that's gonna take you to the application right here, that link, and you just fill that out, and I will get an email. It will notify me, and then I will email you. Okay. Let me just pull it up here. I think that, yes. So even looking back, even if there's 2 options. You can fill out the application at no risk to yourself and get all my free bonuses. You can take action on becoming one of the first 10 to get in on the masterclass, the 6-week masterclass, or you can do nothing. Right? And even if you do nothing right now, even if you take 0 action and you just turn your computer off and you walk away, you still, with this knowledge, you have in your hands the keys to the kingdom, okay? You have in your hands the formula that Toby and I have used over the last decade to connect with people all around the world to build multiple successful businesses by using our social voice. All right, guys, so next step, fill out the application so that you guys can get all of my free bonuses right there, and submit your application right away. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys, for almost 2 hours. This is like one of my passions, is sharing what we've done, sharing it in a way that is easy for you to understand, that is easy for you to implement, that gives you the step-by-step instruction, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and learning here tonight. I've missed seeing all your faces. All right, guys. You rock, Christy. The bomb diggity. Love you, love you, love you. Yes, so fill out the app, and we will see you on Facebook. Right? Thanks, Cynthia, for hanging out. Peace, guys.